Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. I watched The Plum Punisher. Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm while you were gone. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original, Courtney's show. Can you believe it? I've already spoken about it at length with Mr. Rebel here, and I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter. What is that supposed to mean, Wright? Are you saying them ripping off a character is not relevant? Yeah, that is what I'm saying. And now, back to Apollo Justice 2. Hey guys, everyone, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Eastern Spirit of Justice. Last time we left off, we finished the investigation of this chapter and found out that Queen Amara is still alive, and I'm betting that she's Nana. I'm betting. Just wait. And possibly Rayfa and or Albie is another kid they have, or maybe it's Inga's kid. I don't know. Oh, cutscene. Okay, cool. It's me, different judge. Oh God. Dang. Yo, all out war, let's go. That was not very nice. I didn't appreciate that. I'm going off to assign you a penalty defense.
Wait, what? We haven't even done anything yet. This is garbage. It's complete chaos outside.
Let's just say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating for Dirk's freedom. I've taken a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial.
Look about ready to string us up if we lose.
Trials here are pretty much like the ones back home, but with one major difference: the divination seance. The victim's final memories would become a matter for deliberation.
I've heard about that, but they haven't stopped you from winning your cases here in Karain.
True, but it wasn't easy. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent.
Well, I know Dirk is innocent, but
I have one more big secret. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you.
See, it's that makes me think it was like a child who committed the murder, because then I'm like, oh, that's not good, but we'll see.
And I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all.
Mr. Wright, did you say like one of the same things to me back when I was defending you?
Yeah, I did. And you found out the truth that way too.
Yeah, and it mentally scarred me.
Well, yeah, but...
Dirk, what is that secret you're keeping?
Secret son? Secret daughter? Hey, AJ. Here you go, just like I promised.
Thank you. Thanks, Dats. Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday?
Yep, and I spent the night in the slammer. I had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more can I ask for? Ha ha ha!
That actually sounds way better than where we're staying.
Just remember, AJ, Dirk's found guilty today. Well, I'll probably be found guilty on the Defense Culpability Act too.
Yeah, now you'd have said something to that effect.
That which Garan wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution once and for all. The fate of the revolution and every Kuranese person rests on this trial. We're counting on you, AJ.
We fine. I'm gonna win this one. You'll see.
The trial will begin shortly, Apollo. Let's make our way into the courtroom.
Right.
No, I'm Wright.
And I'm Justice. Did somebody say Justice? God dang it, Phantom. What are you doing here? Oh, I just broke out of prison one more time. Stop breaking out of prison for the love of God. Okay, I'll just walk back. Okay, no one wants my justice. It's like, wait, you're not even really Fulbright though. I know, but I became so attached to Fulbright's character that I think I actually really like Justice now. So, I'm on your side. No, you're not. Go back to your cell. Okay, yeah. I don't know why, but these things I say make me laugh.
The trial of Dirk's odd body begin!
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. So it's really come down to this. Well, don't expect me to hold anything back now, Yuta.
This trial will begin. The trial will examine both the murder of Justice Minister Inga Karkal Kurain and the assassination of the former queen, Amra Sigatar Kurain. First, I believe we should address the murder of Minister Inga. Will that be acceptable, Prosecutor Sanmati? Prosecutor Sanmati? Oh! He's breaking. He's like, I can't do this. Like, he's feeling it.
Yes, of course. Please proceed. What's with him?
How very unlike you, Prosecutor. Is your mind elsewhere this day?
Not at all, Your Majesty. Are you really going to be able to go through with this, Yuta?
Well, Prosecutor Sanmati, I would be remiss if I failed to voice concern of mine. I've heard mention that you are son to the accused, Dirk Sanmati.
You've heard true. Does that fact pose some sort of a problem, Your Majesty?
A father being prosecuted by his own son. Could one possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings intervene?
Yes, without question.
Can you really handle this?
Yuta is Prosecutor Sanmati. Going against his own father is just...
How can the son of a criminal even be a prosecutor in the first place? Objection! You're not a lawyer in this case. I don't care. I will continue to say objection. Dirk? Fellow citizens, you would do well not to underestimate my son. He's not one to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of his duty. Isn't that right, Yuta? Oh!
I will not stop until my work here is done.
See? So all you doubters just sit back before you trip over your own stupidity. Ha 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 ha! The accused will not take the stand without first being summoned. In any case, the Prosecutor Sanmati has no issue with this arrangement. And let us commence the deliberations.
What? Was that Garan?
Yeah, okay.
Objection! One moment, if you would.
Your Eminence!
Your Eminence! What brings you here?
Oh! Oh!
Your Majesty, it would appear that Prosecutor Sanmati does indeed have some reservations. No, that's not true. Did you truly believe you could deceive me, Yuta Sanmati? One should hold no reservations if it is to stand on these hallowed funerary grounds. I have none, Your Eminence. No, it is clear we cannot leave this matter to you. Ugh. We shall handle the prosecution of enemy of the crown, Dirk Sanmati, personally, but remain by our side and bear witness to how a true prosecutor enforces the law. Excuse me, but is the Queen gonna prosecute the case? Is that, kosher? There is no need for concern. Before we were crowned Queen, we served as a prosecutor. Really?
As a foreigner, your ignorance can be excused. But know this. The prosecutor in charge of the Queen Amra assassination case 23 years ago was none other than Her Eminence, Queen Garan Sigatar Kurain.
First Your Majesty, and now this. Why doesn't anyone ever tell me these things?
I heard she served as the Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor.
I'm guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to justice minister. We prosecuted that case 23 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. We had one guilty verdict in every case until then, for no lawyer could stand up to us.
I am at a loss for words. To think, I would once more bear witness to Her Eminence at work in the Hall of Justice.
Our first trial in 23 years. No quarter shall be given to criminals. We shall prosecute them with all our might.
Oh, whoa. What are you doing? Whoa! 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 Oh! What a magnificent sight! That's creepy! Please sorry for the prosecutors. Think we get to see it once more. What the? That's Queen Garan? Talk about an extreme makeover.
It's all coming back now. The feel of my blood pumping through my veins. Woe to you, O enemies of Kurain, for I shall personally slice, dice, and grind you up into hog feed. I don't suppose I can ask her to roll back to her polite, pre-makeover personality. Now this, lawyer.
Yes?
Now that I stand as prosecutor, consider your defense's bench a headsman scaffold. If you wish to leave any last words, I advise you to start thinking of them now. While you still have a head with which to think, that is. She's dead serious. Now, it is time for the divination seance. Rayfa, come forth.
Aww, Rayfa's sad face is so sad. I always feel bad when I see it. Your benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Your benevolence, I understand it may be difficult for you, but you will proceed with the divination seance.
Yes, let us proceed.
Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I would advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence?
What's wrong? It's like our mind's anywhere but here.
A lot's happened since yesterday. On top of the murder of her beloved father, she found out that he'd been planning a coup. And today, she'll have to experience his death through his own eyes.
Yeah, that would be enough to shake anyone up.
Still, it seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday. I wonder if her mother told her, "You're not actually my daughter."
Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. Wait. Gran didn't do something to her, did she?
Your Eminence, about today's divination seance. As I understand it, the prosecution has yet to review its content. Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan?
Prosecutor Sadmati, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deem no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. You and your bleeding heart. You seek to spare Rayfa the trauma of witnessing her father's death. Is that why you have done this?
Not at all.
You were concerned for me, Prosecutor Sadmati?
That's oddly compassionate of him, all things considered.
Your Eminence, Your Majesty, regardless of what is best for our benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believe we can reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance.
You have a point. Personally, I would like to spare benevolence any undue misery. Experience the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear.
Prosecutor Sadmati, Your Majesty, can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? I can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand.
Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for some much-needed rest?
We shall not. You fools spoil her with your feckless words of compassion.
Oh.
Listen well, Rayfa. You've spoken time and time again about how grown up you are now. Yes, but... So let us see if the royal priestess has truly come into her own. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination seance as you should? Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved.
Poor Rayfa. Is this really a good idea? I guess we'll see.
Very well. Let us begin. The divination seance. Nana, my robe. Oh!
Looks like Nana's still missing.
It's been a whole day already. Barbed head.
Yes?
You remove my robe.
What? Why me? Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's ready to begin? Great. I've been reduced to royal robe remover.
It's like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nana's replacement.
Very well, your benevolence. Please start when you are ready.
Come, Rayfa. You know what must be done. There is no turning back now. I know. Final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting.
What the doodle nuggets? Oh.
Hi.
Oh. Cool. 15 minutes into trial. Your benevolence! What's wrong?
This is unacceptable.
Bailiff, take your benevolence to the first aid station at once.
This is not good.
Your Eminence, do you have any idea why your benevolence collapsed so suddenly?
It seems she was not ready for what the deceased was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her inexperience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death. Huh. She said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. I know someone who's not winning Mother of the Year, ever. I mean, of course Rayfa's going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. It seems we have no choice but to move on to the witness's testimony. Your Majesty?
Oh, yes. Let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness if you would. Emma's guy? Oh. Dirk. You're testifying against yourself? Is this not the accused?
It is indeed. I thought I would give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than a unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution.
It seems uncharacteristically fair of her.
However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, he, along with his cabal of traitorous lawyers, shall immediately be found guilty. Sorry, I can't read today. And their heads will roll from their shoulders.
What?
I should have known there was a catch.
Your court, your rules. Same as it always was, I see, Garan. Now then, Mr. Dirk Sodmani, if you can enlighten us as to what happened. Well, I would, if I could. Witness testimony. Dirk explains himself. I was struck by sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the interim, but I didn't kill him. At least, I don't think I did. It can go against everything I believe in.
Wow. That didn't explain squat. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon, and since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it.
Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sodmani. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, Your Majesty.
Seriously, Dirk? This is no laughing matter.
This is exactly what Garan wanted. To have Dirk try to plead his case, only to fail miserably.
How low can she go? Prosecutor, behold this most unpleasant of spectacles and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fish-brained lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair. Yes, Your Eminence, show me the way.
Now then, will the defense please begin their cross-examination?
Got you, fam.
Alright, so I doubt we're gonna try and point out inconsistencies, so let's ask him a bunch of questions, guys. Dirk explained himself.
Do you recall anyone putting the knife in your hand, Dirk?
Wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. You think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son?
Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been there with you. Objection!
You called, Your Eminence!
Did she go anywhere without those goons? Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it?
No, Your Eminence, we searched high and low, but not no one of the sort!
And there you have it.
Oh, right, they did search the place.
Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape. That's right, no one got in or out there without our knowledge. Our evidence is outside detectives are absolutely flawless! Do you see now? The presence of a third party is beyond the realm of possibility. The tomb was, for all intents and purposes, completely sealed off from the rest of the world.
What a waste of time. How can it be any more obvious? Dirk must be the killer.
Thanks for nothing, gallery guy.
Wow! I didn't think they'd ever actually bring that up. Oh, that's beautiful.
As if our graves weren't already deep enough. Accused, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party?
Well, based on the situation you presented, I'd say the chances are slim to none.
You didn't have to agree with her, Dirk. But the accused's statement be added to his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Sidebody, if you would.
It's like the more we press, the thinner our case gets.
Well, let's keep pressing and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it too. The possibility of a third party being there in the tomb is probably non-existent. But what if... Oh, wait, we have this. Hold on a doodle second. Hold on a doodle second. Hold on a doodle... second! Boom!
Slam my desk! Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated, because I can show how there might have been a third party in that tomb. Oh, how very fascinating. Go on, I do so love a good fairy tale. We did a luminol test at the crime scene, and we found a bloodstain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I'll remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Faye were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone.
What's this? But who would have done such a thing?
That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped out the blood and why? Thinking about it logically, it must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime. Oh, and to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong? The bloodstain belongs to...
the real killer.
The bloodstain belongs to the real killer, of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. And since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb. Objection! You have the memory of a flea. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. This too is a known fact. Objection! But a bloodstain or a third party means there must have been someone hiding there. Very well then, tell me this. Where was this third party hiding?
Oh, the crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So if there was a hiding place, it would have had to be somewhere somewhere no one would dare to look. Okay, come on. Where would be somewhere that no one would look? No one would ever look. Oh gee, wonder. Oh my god, it's the tomb, who would have guessed? There's one place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. No one would find you. Oh my god, they're still in there. That just hit me. Naina's been gone all this time because she's still in there. Oh! Okay, I get it now. I get it. So technically saying Amara on that last one wouldn't be wrong. They wouldn't find you if you hid in there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within, but if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time. This is sacrilege! Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed! Okay. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe it's not actually a refrigerator or something. But that's just it! The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True, the guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear... Oh, yeah, oh wait. The killer made a quick escape from within their frigid confines. Well now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture. The defense requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll see who the real killer is.
Such insolence! Such insolence! Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. Oh no, they already got it done. So your head may be parted from your shoulders. Huh? But the trial's not even over. Whoa! How soon you forget. You are already on the headsman's scaffold. As such, I can order your beheading at any moment. All I did was request a DNA test. There's no need to request such a test. Royal cards, bring it forth now.
Here you are! Your evidence!
The police have already identified the source of the bloodstain. The DNA test revealed that the blood is of the traitor, Dirk Sadmati. What? But Dirk wasn't injured. So where did his blood come from?
Maybe he coughed it up.
Dirk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Could he have really coughed up that much? Did he wipe it up to hide his failing health? Dirk, is it really that bad?
Aw, shoot, you got me. Oh, he didn't say anything when we brought it up, did he?
Pay attention, horned devil, for this case has already been solved.
As it actually should be. You know, you're not supposed to solve it in court. You're supposed to figure it out before you go to court.
You're claiming that this bloodstain will lead us to the real killer, did you not? About that. Did you or did you not make that claim of your own volition, defense? Yes, I did.
After she steered you in that direction, that is.
I fell right into her trap. Do you see now the folly in opposing the very embodiment of the law? Whatever you say or do shall come to no avail. A third party at the scene of the crime is beyond the realm of possibility. No!
Praise be to Queen Gran! I don't care. I hate to say this, but you really got us good.
The key to Amherst sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family.
Nana could have gotten that because she's technically part of the royal family. I think it's gonna be Nana.
Husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for some knave to open it. Can I really discount the sarcophagus as a hiding place, though? What if the real killer is still in there? That's what I'm saying. No, it's just ridiculous.
No.
I believe we have rebels and sympathizers in the gallery today. It is to you I speak. Have you been listening? Dirk Sadmati, the one who proclaimed a bloodless revolt, has betrayed your cause by resorting to murder.
No, it can't be. Dirk would never. There must be some kind of mistake. My text was going to the beat for a second.
The defiant dragons and their sympathizers are starting to have doubts.
So this is why Gran allowed us to cross-examine Dirk. By establishing his guilt in Inga's murder, she's effectively damaged his reputation among those who support him.
True, but now we have an even bigger problem. And now, filthy lawyers, you will honor your end of the bargain. Accept your guilty verdict for your failure to explain your client's actions.
Oh my god. Oh! Playing with your book.
Now I shall pass judgment upon the criminal Dirk Sadmati.
What's this? You shall pass judgment? Well, your evidence is not my role.
Hold your tongue. You are but a figurehead before me, the embodiment of the law. Consider yourself dismissed. As Queen of Kurain, I shall not pass judgment upon the accused.
No. What? Objection?
Wait. You didn't even give me a chance to rebut. You know when you're a defeated lawyer. But just this once, I am willing to show you the depths of my compassion. Tell me why I should allow these proceedings to continue. Come, convince me.
Quick, Apollo! Even if you have to bluff, we've got to keep this trial going. Show her that the crime could have been committed by a third party.
How am I supposed to do that?
Why don't you start with, how about the timing of Inga's murder?
What?
This whole case is built on a single... Oh... They put his body in there. Didn't they? They threw off the time of death. He was dead at like 2 o'clock. They could have left whenever they wanted. Oh. Wait, no. But yeah. But no. I don't know. That Inga was murdered after Dirk entered the tomb. But what if that's not true? Like if our assumptions are all wrong. It just might work. Well, don't keep us waiting, defense. Dirk became the prime suspect because it didn't seem probable that there was a third party at the scene of the crime. But there is another question we should ask ourselves at this time. Was Mr. Inga really killed after Dirk entered the tomb?
What nonsense is this?
Setting aside the assumption that the murder occurred after Dirk arrived on the scene, opens up the possibility of a third party committing the crime. The question before us is, when was Mr. Inga really killed? Isn't it possible that before Dirk even set foot in the tomb, Mr. Inga was already dead? That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable. Why, of course. I fell unconscious right after I entered the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight to his body from the entrance, which means you wouldn't have noticed his body either way. Slam my desk! This scenario is entirely possible. And so we can't rule out the possibility of a third person committing the crime. I see. Well, that certainly does make sense. So far, so good. This might actually work.
Very well. I shall play along with whatever little game you have knocking around in that tiny mind. I was starting to get quite bored of all this. I could do with a distraction.
Yes!
Let's hear some testimony that will shed light on when exactly the minister was slain. Bailiff, summon Rayfa. Surely she is recovered by now.
What about me? Don't I serve a purpose anymore?
No.
Oh, that makes me sad. Just like Rayfa here. I hope you're feeling better, Your Benevolence.
Not really. Must you perform the divination seance?
What? No. We merely request your testimony at this time.
That's worse! How can my testimony be of any value?
Your Benevolence?
Princess Rayfa seems awfully depressed.
After what she's been through, summoning her again is like rubbing salt in the wound. Being unable to perform the seance was probably the last straw.
I hope she doesn't pass out again. Prosecutor Sadmani, may I ask you something?
Of course, Your Benevolence.
I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me?
From when did you hear such a thing?
From Mother. And only yesterday. Rayfa was carrying on about telling the truth to the people, so I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child.
It is. She's the child of Queen Amara, not her.
I see. Be as it may, Your Benevolence, it has no bearing upon our trial here today, so there is no need to let it trouble you. I know.
Gran told Rayfa about something other than Amara's status.
Sounds like it, but what could it be?
Okay, you know what? Let it slide. I guess it's not that obvious. It might be a bit of a jump, but I don't know. At the same time, it feels like it feels pretty obvious to me, but whatever. So, we're gonna say Rayfa's Amara's daughter. Are we then going to claim that Albi is also a son? Am I clinging on to a theory that has nothing to do with the actual game? Because I swear, if I'm wrong about this, I'm going to be so mad because I'm so sure of this theory.
I'm so sure. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm gonna like be the most embarrassed I've ever been in a playthrough because I've been hammering this theory down for the past like 5 episodes. I really hope I turn out to be wrong just so I can see my reaction to it. And they're like, what if they pull like a reverse on me where we set it up like it's that, and then they strike it down. They're like, we were just kidding all along. Anyone who thought that was stupid? I'd be like,
Rayfa, the defense proposed something preposterous. They somehow think your father was already dead when Dirk entered the tomb. But I believe you can prove them wrong. Are you prepared to do what is required of you? Yes, I am ready to testify.
Oh, very well then, your benevolence. Your testimony, if you please. Oh, I like making weird judge noises. Witness testimony.
What, Rayfa, witness? On the day of the murder, I was gazing upon the courtyard from my second-floor veranda. Around 2:30 p.m., I saw my father heading for Amara's tomb. Then at about 2:45, I saw a barbed head and company enter the courtyard. I saw no one go in or out of the tomb after my father entered at about 2:30.
your second floor veranda. Oh, she must be talking about that house facing Inga's private residence. Is there no other entrance? So that's the location from which you saw your father, and at about 2:30.
Yes, and shortly after that, you people arrived at the royal residence.
So after the minister entered Amara's tomb at around 2:30. No one went in or out of there until the murder was discovered.
The tomb is closed to outsiders, so no one could have snuck in before the murder. That rules out any possibility of a third party lying in wait to slay my poor husband.
Or so she'd like us to believe.
Now hear me, useless lawyer. Seize this charade and bow before me, for I, Queen Garan, shall finally have your head.
Forgive me, your eminence, but first, let's allow the defense question the witness.
Yeah, we don't really have any evidence against her right now, so let's just, let's press her a bit, you know? What did you really see, you liar?
I'm not a liar.
Around 2:30 p.m., I saw my father heading toward Amara's tomb.
Hold it! What is seeing? I don't understand what that is. Did your father seem different or troubled in any way?
Let me think. Oh, there was one unusual thing.
There was?
Yes, a shriek emanated from within my father's quarters, after which I witnessed him bolt outside. His countenance drained of its usual color.
He screamed and he was looking pale. What do you suppose happened?
I know not. Perhaps he had a bad dream.
Maybe it was a nightmare about being raked over the coals by the queen.
Seems our young lawyer here wishes to hasten his journey to the Twilight Realm.
Sorry, that was rude of me.
Does the defense believe the witness's last statement to be important?
I believe it is. I would like the witness to add it to her testimony. My father let out a scream and came dashing out of his room, his face pale. And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out?
I didn't see anyone else, just my father.
That last statement was seriously lacking in conviction. Should I press her on this? Be nice and leave it be. Press softly. Slam my desk! Your benevolence! Let's have some details, the more the better.
Details, you say?
Yes. For example, are you sure you didn't see anyone in the royal residence before 2:30? Slam my desk? Well, is that a yes or a no?
Ha! Foreign devil! I've been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2 yesterday. Yet I saw none other than my father. Oh, if only I'd stopped him then.
Oh, I think you've struck a nerve, or rather, obliterated one. Maybe I pressed a little too hard. You told me to! Still, that last statement seemed a little off somehow. So you didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 p.m., huh? Please add that to your testimony, your benevolence.
I had been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2, but Father was the only one I saw. Except that's not true!
Your benevolence. You're covering for someone, aren't you?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Rayfa, but you're not gonna like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that around 2 p.m., his dog got loose and ran to the palace courtyard. That's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone.
Oh, that's Nana's. I mean, nothing. Never mind. You fool of a daughter.
Seems the princess made a blunder.
So let me get this straight. This is Nana's hat, which means she had to have been in the royal residence at around 2. If so, then you had to have seen Nana sometime after 2 p.m. yesterday.
Huh? No!
Slam my desk. My theme is playing. Please, your benevolence, tell us what you really saw.
It is as you say, Hornhead. I saw Nana. And I saw that dingbat dog steal her hat from her in front of my father's residence.
I knew it! Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Because, my mother told me not to.
What? Would you care to explain, your eminence?
I requested you withhold said information for it is of no relevance to this case.
Objection! You don't get to decide.
If you disagree, then prove that it is relevant to the case at hand.
Oh, I will. Your benevolence, please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nana.
Alright. When I saw that dingbat dog attack Nana, I ran to help. I raced from my second floor veranda down to the courtyard.
Wait. That means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard.
Yes, but only for a moment.
Oh no. This is crucial testimony. You took your eyes off the courtyard. You mean somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing? Your benevolence. Are you sure no one else was there?
Yes.
She's hiding something again. What about Nana? Were you able to help her?
When I got down to the courtyard, she was gone.
Gone?
Yes, and I never saw her again after that.
Any idea what happened?
That dingbat dog must have gobbled her up.
I seriously doubt that. But how could Nana simply disappear when Rayfa wasn't looking? Rayfa must know something. The only question is, what? Do you have any idea where Nana disappeared to?
What do you mean?
Well, during the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone could have headed into the tomb. And it just so happens that Nana disappeared right at that moment.
No.
Wait, you think Nana had something to do with the murder?
I don't think we can rule it out. It sounds like something had kept Nana occupied since the early morning. Plus, she was seen right before the murder and then seemed to vanish in thin air.
You're right. And since she's Rayfa's attendant, she could come and go as she pleased within the palace grounds.
Could Rayfa's attendant really be the killer?
Okay, well, if we're saying this early, then I guess not.
But that would mean...
First my father, and now Nana. These were the people I trusted most. How could this be? Huh. Do not heed their lies. Lawyers are afoul of Reed, quick to claim that a third party is to blame for the crime. Nana did not enter the tomb. That much is certain.
How can you be so sure?
When Nana's hat was stolen, that crazed cur spilled an urnful of water upon my husband's doorstep. Is that not right, Rayfa? Yes it is. While that dingbat dog was tugging on Nana's hat, it tipped over the urn. The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. If she had truly headed to the tomb with wet shoes, she would have left shoe prints along the way. But the only shoe prints to be found belonged to my husband, Inga. Huh. Then... That's right. Nana never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple.
Oh, I see.
Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana.
That's right. Edward and I did see some shoe prints in there.
Now do you understand? Nana cannot possibly have gone to the tomb. That supposed third person at the crime scene is but a figment of your imagination.
Ugh. Another glorious deduction! All hail the genius of their eminence, Queen Garan! Bow before glory, witless lawyer! Can those guys fanboy any harder? Is it really true? Did Nana not go into the tomb? Excuse me, but... Mr. Wright? Your benevolence. What time was it when that dog attacked Nana?
I believe it was about 2:15 p.m.
I see. Apollo, if Nana entered Inga's private quarters around 2:15, and Inga came racing out around 2:30, pale-faced and screaming, then...
I know what you're getting at. Yes, that might explain his scream.
Will the defense please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream?
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Did he realize who it was? Mr. Inga screamed because, in a bad dream, he was attacked by Nana?
Maybe he was attacked by Nana. This would make the Justice Minister's private quarters the real scene of the crime.
Wait, what?
Does your idiocy know no bounds? The minister's body was found in the tomb. Are you suggesting that the body was moved?
I think the minister was moved from his private quarters.
I think the possibility... What? No. She saw him running. That doesn't exist at all. I'd say there's no way that the body was moved. After all, there's an awful lot of blood in the tomb.
I understand that the scream was in reaction to Nana's attack, but Inga died in the tomb.
I need to explain how those two realities could coincide. How are we supposed to do that? Oh, maybe where he was stabbed and where he died were two completely different locations.
Oh, this is where the garbage comes in. Okay, I'm getting it now, I'm feeling it. What do you mean?
It's just, let's look at this as simply as possible. If the minister's body wasn't moved, he might have been stabbed by Nana in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb.
I see. On the one hand, that seems plausible, but on the other, it seems decidedly implausible.
Prosecutor Sabamani, what's that fool babbling on about now? Is this a riddle from one of those fortune cookies Americans seem so fond of? Perhaps, but I believe he himself does not know what he means to say. In all likelihood, it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore him. Objection! I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analysis, would you? The autopsy report never stated that the minister's death was instantaneous. So he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed.
Oh my, are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back?
Well, yes, that's the gist of it.
In short, Minister Inga saw Nana with a knife. Let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee,
right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Well, Your Majesty, does my theory hold water?
yeah, okay. And now she's gonna be like,
are you stupid? He would feel pain during that, and we're gonna say, but no, he had back medication, so he wouldn't feel anything, even though that's not how medication works. You don't just put it in there and then you suddenly don't feel anything. He would feel a stab wound, trust me.
But I don't know, I've been told that this is the garbage of this case. It happens in every final case. They always just want to throw one thing in there that doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. Maybe this gets explained later and it's like, no, that's not what happened or something, but...
You bore me like this.
Huh?
You're a humorless monk. Moron, spewing an endless stream of unamusing dribble.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence.
Prosecutor, enlighten this ignorant clown Laurie's clothing. Your Eminence. But I don't care.
Ha!
No, 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 don't do it. No, Yuta, no, no, no. You dull, slow-witted, putrid-minded lawyer. Perhaps you would be too stupid to notice you had been stabbed in the back, but a normal person would have noticed due to the excruciating pain. Now hold on. Allow me to teach you the meaning of pain. Huh. Ah! Please stop!
Now Yuta has a point. Normally most people would notice a dagger in their back.
Ow!
Yeah, I doubt someone could ignore pain like this. So in this case, it's the word normally that we should emphasize. Apollo, taking a look at the court record.
Right, there must be something that explains this. I don't think this is how it works, though. You don't just get syringed and then you're like, yep, I don't feel pain anymore. Like, no.
Yeah, I knew it.
Ah, those are my father's painkiller shots.
Painkillers don't make you... Whatever. The defense will explain the significance of this evidence.
Mr. Ingot suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with these. We're told that one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about these, Your Eminence. You can't mean... Mr. Ingot was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Slam my desk. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noticed that he'd been stabbed. What?
What's this?
How do you like my pursuit theme, Apollo?
Then, are you suggesting Justice Mr. Ingot really ran off with a knife protruding from his back?
I am, Your Majesty. So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him. I mean, with that cape of his, I couldn't see his back very well. Yes, the knife was there. It was just plunged in so deep you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Nina in his private quarters. Pokunka! Why don't they look shocked at all? This is not good.
Oh, holy mother of Korean! Are we dealing with the living dead here?
Well, technically, he wasn't dead yet. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. And once Mr. Ingo arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from blood loss. Nana killed my father. There must be some mistake. Slam my desk. The defense would like to call Nana to the stand. Slam my desk. You seek to drag an innocent old woman to the stand with no proof whatsoever. Well, there's no real proof, but... Huh. What a tangled web of expedient lies you weave. I can no longer tell fact from fiction. Who or what shall I believe in now? I'm sorry, Rayfa. All I've done is confuse you. But... I have a sneaky suspicion Nana's involved in this case one way or another.
Just when I thought we'd blown this case wide open.
Well, there's no turning back now. You fool of a lawyer. I know why you're so desperate to prove the accused innocent.
You do?
Yes, because he faces public execution if proven guilty, as shall you under the stipulations of the Defense Culpability Act. From the moment you accepted this case, you have had no choice but to fight for your lives. No, the simple fact is I've always believed that Dirk is innocent. Bah! Still you cling to your pretense. Very well, I shall offer you a bargain. If you would admit that the accused is guilty, right here, right now, I shall overlook your crime of abetting him, and you will not be subject to execution. Is this some sort of joke? Far from it. As queen, I have the power to grant pardons, even to criminals like you. And with a wave of my hand, I can even reduce the severity of a sentence. Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate.
She wasn't kidding when she said that she's the law here. But to flaunt that power in our faces like that, that's just wrong.
Forget all that has transpired in our kingdom and return to your own country in peace. Well, will you abandon your defense of the accused and accept my generous offer? If I don't take this deal, we'll be executed along with Dirk if he's found guilty. What should I do?
Huh. Continue the defense. Are you kidding me?
Nice try, Garan. But it looks like you don't know what justice is made of. We won't kowtow to threats like that, Your Eminence. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I don't want to drag you into this, so... Don't worry, I'm with you, Apollo, to the bitter end if need be. And while I can't say I'm used to it, this isn't exactly my first rodeo.
That's true, you've done 2 trials already.
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me, but I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. So keep on fighting, Apollo. You'll hear no objections from me.
You nincompoops. You'll die if you lose this case. Why would you even entertain the idea of continuing?
I believe that Dirk is innocent, that's why.
And besides,
Trials exist to give the truth a chance to get out in the open. You can't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment.
even if that punishment is death, does that not frighten you, hornhead?
Who wouldn't be scared? I mean, just thinking about it. It makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. I can't just abandon that.
A duty you're willing to die for. And yet I...
Duty. It's a heavy burden, alright? Rayfa looks like she's really struggling.
Oh my god. How many times are you going to show this stupid cutscene? Stop! I'm not that dumb! Stop! You don't need to flash back to the scene every single second! Oh my god, this is getting... Stop! Just stop! It's getting annoying.
But it's no surprise, considering the torrent of painful truths she's had to face.
But I'll give it credit, it's not nearly as bad as that stupid third case of Apollo Justice. Let's just watch the concert video about 30 million times. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it again.
Okay, we get it, Your Honor. We do not want to watch it again. Please, just stop. Just stop it right now. Yeah, I agree with the prosecution on this one. I don't want to watch the video again.
Well, I'm the judge and I say we watch it again. The defense is prepared to face the death sentence under the Defense Culpability Act, and I see no reason not to continue with the proceedings. But I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt.
Unless the defense has further evidence that would indicate a different suspect.
Do we have anything like that?
Well, lawyer, do you have any new evidence you would care to present? Or shall I have the executioner start his preparations?
If she thinks I can't do this, she's got another thing coming. But first, I have some serious thinking to do. I'd say the new evidence indicating a different suspect.
I don't think we have anything.
Such evidence does not exist.
Huh, just as I thought. I was so hoping you'd present meaningless evidence and allow me to claim your head.
Glad I didn't walk head first into that one then.
So what now, Apollo?
Well, unless we can prove that Nana killed Inga, this trial is over, and so are we.
And there's still a way to get the proof we need, even without evidence. You know, a key means of obtaining testimony here in Kurain.
Huh? Wait, are you actually suggesting...
It certainly won't be easy, but it's worth a try.
Your Majesty, a crucial step in uncovering the truth behind this case is yet to be taken in this trial, but I'm positive that I can back up our claim with this one step.
You mean you will be able to prove that Nana killed Justice Minister Inga? And just how do you propose to do that?
With the help of a certain someone.
You need help.
From someone?
Well, I can't imagine who it could be. I suppose I must ask. Whose help do you need to uncover the truth?
Where is,
Rayfa!
But that is...
Me?
Here in Kurain, legal proceedings include the viewing of the victim's final moments, but that requires your benevolence's help. Such information is just as vital as any other piece of conclusive evidence.
If you're right about this, Rayfa's power should enable her to see the very moment Nana stabbed Inga.
It will be hard to watch your father's murder, but it's the only way to uncover the truth. Your benevolence. We need you and your power.
You need me? Wretched simpleton, do you not see what ensued in the previous attempt? You would only succeed in wasting more time. Or is it your goal to make her collapse again?
The princess said she was prepared earlier. Besides, it's her duty as royal princess. I'd say it's all up to her now.
Am I prepared? Prepared to fulfill my duty?
Isn't a divination seance required at all trials anyway? If so, I imagine there'd be a problem with handing out a verdict without one. Indeed. It would be problematic. Under Coroni's law, a seance must be conducted before a verdict can be rendered. Yikes!
Huh. Must you try my patience so? If I must dispense with that vexing law, then dispense with it I shall.
Huh?
As ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. Henceforth, the divination seance shall be optional.
What? She has the power to do that? She just rewrote the law with a flourish of her hand.
Hold it! Mother, I do not wish for the trial to end like this. It is as the defense said. I must neglect my duty simply because I am afraid. I shall go through with it this time. I will conduct the seance once more. Rayfa, do not be fooled by his lowly guile. You are not prepared to witness your father's death. But Hornhead needs my help. Rayfa, did you not tell me earlier? Did you not tell me you were prepared? But despite your grandiose posturing, you collapsed in a most piteous fashion. Even worse, you have erred in your insights of late. For has not the barbed one there overturned them more than once? Oh, you cannot be trusted to keep your word, nor can you reveal the truth through your insights. So I say to you, be gone! This sacred hall of justice has no need for such a worthless royal priestess. What? Worthless?
Wow, how can she say that to her own daughter?
So, Mother, you think me worthless?
Her benevolence says she can do it, doesn't she? So I don't see why you have to condemn her before she's even made the attempt.
Very well, Horned Devil. If you really are so bent on having a seance, I shall give my consent.
Really?
However, should Rayfa fail once more, you two and the accused shall all be executed on the spot.
Come again?
This is proving to be far more entertaining than I anticipated. Well, lawyer, what say you? Will you wager your life in calling Rayfa to perform a divination seance?
Let's go! Slam my desk. I don't think you're worthless, your benevolence. Far from it, in fact. If you say you can do it, then I believe in you.
Hornhead, I do not understand. If I fail, you will be put to death.
I know you collapsed during your previous attempt. I don't need to see a flashback. I saw it already. Believe it or not, game, I'm not a goldfish. What? Capcom just like freaks out. They're like, wait. You're telling me the people playing this aren't goldfish? Oh, crap. I can't even imagine how terrible it must have been for you. So I'm kind of confused. Does she see it first and then puts it in the water? Or does she project it on the water? I don't know. I don't get it. But despite that, you are willing to try again. I have faith in that conviction. In that courage.
My courage?
Ah, so she was doomed to fail if she didn't have the courage to perform the seance. But it looks like she's got the determination to try again. Right, and that's a bet I'm willing to take.
But it is as Mother said, I've erred in my insights as of late. Not only have I failed to reveal the truth, I've also contributed to the false accusations. Knowing that, can you still say that you believe in me?
I wouldn't take stock in those words, your benevolence. Despite what your mother says. I don't think you've made any errors at all.
Huh?
In the trials I've been a part of here in Kurain, I would have never proven my client's innocence without your seances, because even though they didn't always reflect the absolute truth, The insights they provided served as vital leads to finding the truth.
Vital leads. My seances.
So please, your benevolence, try to perform the divination seance one more time.
Rayfa, stop this madness. It is for your own good. You are ill-prepared to face your father's death. Go, leave this sacred hall at once. No.
What did you say?
I said no, Mother! For I am the royal priestess of Kurain. I have no need for you now. Even if you do not need me, Mother. Hornhead and this Hall of Justice do. He proved that to me by risking his own life. It's because of him that I now understand. The divination seance is my sacred duty. I must fulfill it no matter the risk.
Your benevolence.
Mother taught me the divination seance was a mirror reflecting naught but the truth. But I began to have my doubts after Barbed Head disproved the insights it offered. And now, I don't even know who or what to trust anymore. Father, Mother, even Nana, I believed in them above all others. But I finally know now. I know in what I can trust. The royal priestess must debate each seance with the presiding lawyer and prosecutor.
Slam my desk. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
So that it can be interpreted properly. That is how I believe trials here in Kurain should function. Therefore, the Hall of Justice needs me. It is my power that leads trials toward the truth. That is my sacred duty, and I will never shirk from it again.
That right there, your benevolence, is the product of what you've learned in your struggle so far. And the truth that you realize with your own strength.
As my sacred duty, I must ensure that it is fulfilled. I must have the courage and resolve to see it through.
Your Eminence, the Royal Priestess says she will conduct the divination seance. I see no grounds for you to forbid it. Unless, of course, you are worried that it might reveal something you find inconvenient. Oh.
Mother, I'm done letting you have your way. Rayfa, you would actually rebel against me, your mother and queen. Though I am scared to see my father's death, I must face my fear. That is what Hornhead has taught me here today.
Rayfa. Alright. Oh.
I am the royal priestess, Rayfa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Your Eminence, it seems the princess is more grown up than you thought.
Rayfa.
Well then, let us proceed with the divination seance. Victim's final moments. This should be interesting. I wonder what Inga's memories are going to show us. Oh! Boom! Oh wait, no. Incense. Footsteps. Man's voice. Pain. Footsteps. Explosion. Laughter. What the doodle nuggets is going on?
What in the?
A faceless being. What the heck? His face, it's just like that picture of the founder. Blah, 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 blah. I think that's the last thing anyone expected to see.
Oh, Father, what was it? What was it you saw?
We don't understand. This was the last thing the victim saw.
Yes, there can be no mistake. That was what my father himself witnessed.
How very strange. You don't suppose the Holy Mother possessed the accused and slew Minister Inga for planning a coup? Divine wrath, Holy Mother. Oh, Holy Mother, we're grateful for your blessings. Talk about a sharp left turn into the Twilight Zone.
You know, there's one thing in there that caught my attention.
Laughter. That laugh. Who does it belong to, and why are they laughing?
Who knows? Though I suppose it could be Dirk after you slew my husband.
But that figure didn't even have a mouth.
Ho ho ho! Yeah, we're done here, lawyer.
How so?
You claim that Mr. Inga was stabbed in his private quarters, and feeling no pain, went to the tomb where he eventually fell dead.
And how did that disprove that? Maybe his thing ran out right when the pain...
The seance which improves he was stabbed in the tomb, and felt great pain, no less.
Oh, that. Okay. Well, thank God that theory didn't hold water, because that made no sense.
Therefore, as I asserted all along,
It was the accused who stabbed the minister in the tomb. Ah! Everything just backfired, big time. Wow, Garan is the devil's own luck, doesn't she?
now then, I shall give voice to the soul of the deceased. Listen well and heed these words.
Insight. Rayfa's insight.
At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. He had been waiting vigilantly when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed and the attacker let out a laugh.
So what now, Mr. Wright? It's up to us to knock holes in Rayfa's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that our understanding of them could be mistaken. Okay, I'll give it a try. I didn't really see any. I guess I'll try and figure it out. Is it that the voice isn't getting louder, maybe? Yeah, I think.
Objection!
Your benevolence. There seems to be an inconsistency in your interpretation. An inconsistency? Where?
Mr. Inga is far too relaxed for what was supposedly about to take place. Oh. I guess. When he heard the voice you claim is Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder. Ah! Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay, my bad. That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive at the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look. Don't you think he would have worried about being attacked from behind?
Huh? Then whose voice was it?
I mean, his. It was likely someone whose presence wouldn't have alarmed him. Someone like a friend. Or...
But there's no third party at the scene of the crime. Therefore, the voice can only have belonged to Dirk.
The voice of a third party who wasn't there in the tomb. Follow, don't we have something that could reveal the owner of the mysterious voice? You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. With it, we just might be able to figure out whose voice it was. I believe we can identify the male voice Minister Inga heard with this. Oh, his cell phone!
That's my father's.
I know this must be hard for you, but can you please look at this photo? There's something here that can point us toward the identity of the voice. This is the real source of the man's voice. Oh, he was on the phone. Oh.
A cell phone.
Right. I believe that the voice the minister heard was of a call on the cell phone. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is your eminence's view on the matter?
I can see the possibility. Then it seems I must refine my vision.
Okay. Subordinate's voice.
It appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates.
Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them? Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them then?
My father had members of the secret police positioned throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Your benevolence, I believe you have an insight to revise.
I know, Barbed Head. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty.
Insight revised. My father then took a call from a subordinate at the palace. Okay. So the voice is coming from the phone. That's good to know. But there might have been other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds that could be clues. Let's take another look at Rayfa's insights. It really focuses on the various sensations. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Well, that's supposed to be easy, because that wasn't easy at all. Oh! Changes to a lion's roar here. Boom. Alright. Hate to break it to you, your benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again.
What do you mean? Again?
Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings. Sorry. She may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on. Let me rephrase that, your benevolence. Your interpretation of your father's phone call to his subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory.
What do you mean by that?
It was a war bad then. A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? He claimed the call was with someone at the palace. So who's... Let me ask you, do you keep lions there?
No, the only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog.
Wait, that giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet?
Besides, there aren't any lions in Karain. We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid.
Aw, she wants a zoo. Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually from something hanging out in the bazaar. Isn't that the cry of the war bat over in the bazaar?
Ah!
Your benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me?
Very well. I'll now attempt to further refine my vision.
Warbat's cry.
What's this?
Slim, my desk. Just as I suspected. It was the call of a warbat. That means the subordinate Mr. Inga was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace.
But why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have?
She's right. It is important to know where the call was made. Is it important to know where the call was made from? It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot.
But I can think of no other item that makes such a...
Oh, it was Dax's little thingamabobber. Tell Rayfa the real source of that sound. Will do.
Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting. What was the true source of that explosive sound?
Can I present?
What is that?
It's Albie Ergine's statement. In it, he claims that Dat's a rebel threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar.
Then,
Yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. Objection!
and yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. A bullet fired from Minister Inga's gun. How do you explain that?
Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged?
No, I have none.
Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been... Oh, it was Dad's going, ah ha 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 ha. No, it can't be. Oh, it can, and it is. The laugh came from none other than... the Joker ought to kick out of Starling Albee with his dragon snot snaps. The happy-go-lucky Dad's a rebel.
What?
Someone should really put a leash on that guy. I shudder to think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble. Ah ha 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 ha! Hey there, AJBW. Y'all can thank me later. No one asked for your commentary, Mr. Rebel. Your benevolence. Do you need to revise your insight?
It would appear so. God dang it, this is stupid. This insight is stupid!
Father then took a call from the subordinate. The true source of the loud bang was a firecracker Dats threw. The final lap belonged to none other than Dats himself. Wow, that was a lot of updates. Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details of Rayfa's insights again. Okay. Okay, dokey. Think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. Yo, Find a inconsistency. Okay. Oh, I see. Now that I'm thinking about it. So, this couldn't have been around 3 p.m. because that happened at 2 o'clock, right? So... Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight.
There is?
You say that the murder happened at around 3 p.m., which is right about the time my client arrived at the scene. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I suppose I'll have to ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 p.m.? Back to his testimony, Your Honor. Albee your guide's statement again? Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker ran into the palace courtyard. Around 2 p.m.? That's right, 2 p.m., not 3 p.m.
Huh? Are you suggesting?
I think you know where I'm going with this. That's his laugh, the cry of the warbad, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to Albee's statements, we can put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3 as we had originally thought.
Dare I ask?
It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb!
Polkunka! How can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken?
Oh! Now you see why justice will always prevail. Do 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 boo do boo do 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 do. Peace! Peace, I say! Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How do you explain that? No, shake my head. I wouldn't say it was clearly shown, after all. The figure didn't actually have a face. Oh, you are absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was. Furthermore, I need to remind you that the vision from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference?
Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when...
Oh!
My mother was performing the rite of channeling.
It was Garan. The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the Wright. Don't tell me.
The royal residence would have been virtually unguarded.
Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen in Amura's tomb. Okay, never mind.
Defense, are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused?
That's exactly what I believe, your majesty. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. That the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day. He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination stance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is why?
So it had to have been somebody who had known he had the eye thing. Apollo. Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision.
What?
It's possible the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga.
Precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that?
A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. It was in this game called 999. What if Inga had it?
Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world?
Yes, we can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appear to him in life.
Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But
if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Yeah, the notebook.
really?
Well, defense, do you have anything to show to this court?
Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Wright means, but I'll look the evidence over again.
What explains why the face of Mr. Inga's killer is out of the seance vision? Boom! A notepad.
Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics.
And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer how?
The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him.
What's this?
I believe Mr. Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being. And why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics.
Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me.
Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you?
He never wished for it to become public knowledge. I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say, my late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces.
The medical term for it is, prosopagnosia. So Mr. Wright was right.
Memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this.
So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage.
Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable of the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition?
A small number of servants who tended to his needs, and me.
Surely you're not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. Oh, no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it?
Garan has an alibi, remember?
Alright. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. In that case, Your Eminence, does Nana know about Minister Inga's disorder?
Of course she does. She is our head servant.
So as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. And as the princess's personal attendant, she was familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would.
You witless lawyer, how quick you are to forget the facts.
Facts like?
When Inga was last seen alive, you claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Rayfa saw him at 2:30.
Ah!
We did completely forget about that.
No, there must be some mistake.
See, the murder could have only happened at 3 p.m. The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There's no other answer to this puzzle.
Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Garan does? Like Garan makes up laws.
This is back to square one.
Where did we go wrong?
I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30. I see. Without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture.
Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive, even though he was dead?
Like a way to make people witness the living dead.
Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life.
Unless spirit channeling?
Apollo, did you just... I did! I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading to the tomb at 2:30, and I'll tell you how.
I certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Minister Inga her benevolence saw was in fact someone channeling him. It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who was already dead could have been seen by her benevolence.
Channeled, you say?
That's right. And there are only 2 people capable of spirit channeling here in Kurain, Her Eminence Queen Garan and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister. It would seem that you are ever bent on making me party to this crime. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m.? The time at which my husband was seen? Eminence, I believe you completed the channeling, right? And while having tea with the king of the neighboring realm, there would have been many attendants there too. Now you'd have to keep up with her schedule too? What doesn't she make him do?
And that leaves only Maya.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power toward nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her. That cannot be.
So then, Inga's scream, that was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died.
So Mr. Inga probably leapt to his feet thinking he just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amro's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then, her benevolence really did see a dead man running.
Ha!
Wow! Wasn't expecting that. Oh, using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime. How can this be?
The defense calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence, will you allow new witness?
It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments. Insult me all you want, witch, but you'll be eating those words when I expose the truth.
Very well. Let us adjourn until the next witness is ready.
Alrighty. To be continued. Cool.
Alright, well, that was a long episode, but, it's fine. I think we'll wrap up today's episode here for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all them stuff. Seriously, more awesome on this game. I'm playing it till the end as always, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.